Oh, and I've just realised I forgot to record all of that intro. Oh well. People watching on YouTube will have missed out the like 10-15 minute chat that we have at the start of the stream. Sorry about that. What just happened, for those of you joining us on the replays and not joining us live, is Skull Kid Ray just tipped our new $10.24 super digital tip. Alright. So I've been AFKing over here because, whoops, daisy. Definitely need more arrows. That's very, very loud. Ooh, raining outside and all. So, ooh, look at those reflections. Shaders. I wonder, I haven't actually tested rain in this shader yet. I wonder if it's still wet indoors or if they fixed that. Ooh, getting... Frame rate takes a tank when it rains. Oh yeah. It's thunderstorm. So it's still wet indoors, at least when you have a glass roof. Let's try down here. Oh, this is all dry. Yay. So, what I'm running at the moment here, by the way. Optifine 1.14 experimental version 7 version thingy doodler. I'm actually not running our regular Lithos pack at the moment. I'm running default improved because that gives us bump mapping, which you can't really see that well because the lighting's all muted at the moment because of the rain. But it gives... Maybe I can kind of see the texture on these. It'll be better once the light comes. There we go. You can kind of see it there. Some slight bump mapping. And I am actually running... where are we? Video setting shaders. The SUS PTGI, Path Tracing Global Illumination version 6 shaders, which, those are the ray tracing shaders, basically. And I'm sick of people trying to correct me. Actually, it's path tracing. Yeah, path tracing is a kind of ray tracing, you dickheads. I get so many corrections on my video about this ray tracing shader thing. Actually, it's not ray tracing, it's path tracing. Well, no, actually, look, see? Even the person who made it... Ray tracing options, right there. Fuckwits. But the main difference between a ray tracing or path tracing shader and a regular shader is this accounts for light and reflections and stuff that are actually not in your field of view. And I'll show you that. If we can clear the weather, I can show you it a bit more clearly. There we go. Alright, so one of the things that path tracing does is it counts for light properly, so you can see a little experiment here. If this was regular shading, these colors wouldn't mix properly. See how it's kind of purpley in the middle there? This is red here, blue there. Give me a second!
Now boarding on platform 1. Blunty's train of thought. Please stand back from the platform edge. This train consists of 10 carriages. First class can be found at the front and rear of the train. This train is running to sidetracked.
Boom, boom. Please stand clear of the closing doors. I'm just trying to get a good angle on there. Yeah, you can see how that wood is just very, very slightly three-dimensional because of the bump mapping. Actually, it's not really showing up that well. You can kind of see it there. Thank you, City Extreme, for the bits. Oh, 500 bits as well. You get a grave thingy, which we have to do in a second. Once I run through the basics of what we're doing here. So, ray tracing as opposed to regular shaders. Check this out. Let's see if we can find a good reflection here. Here's a good example. Alright, see the tree right there? How it's reflected. For fuck's sake. Fuck! It's stuck in the water, can't do shit. Where is he? It's off! Trying to do a thing. Right, where was I? Tree. Tree reflection. Okay. Pretty much all the shaders do that. They have nice water reflections. The difference with the path tracing and ray tracing shader is if the tree goes off screen, the reflection stays. And if I could switch to another shader without it crashing, I'd show you the difference. But I've got a video all about it on the main channel if you're that curious about it. Piss off. But I've got a video showing stuff like that. But yeah, proper light mixing. The light behaves the way light should work. Reflections behave the way reflections should work. And oddly enough, this PTGI ray tracing shader is not supposed to be working in 1.14, but it is. There we go. There's some bump mapping again. You can see on the fence a little bit more clearly. Right. Here we go. Down here. And yeah, you can't do this with Bedrock. Not yet, anyway. They are rewriting the graphics engine, so it will be possible to do shaders. I'm not sure whether they'll have community shaders or not. Like, you can kind of get your own texture packs in Bedrock if you know the trick. Look at the shadow on the edge of the grass there. Sorry. It's just cool to see Minecraft like this again. It's been a while. Yeah, the Super Duper graphics pack is going to have its own shader, basically, but we don't know yet if... Oh, water stream's completely transparent. That's nice. Ah! Refraction! Look at refraction! Let's see. We need a gold block. We need one of those. I need to get over here. And I do have the frame rate up in the corner there for you. I do have a few extra things turned on from default with the shader, and I am running on a 2080 Ti with a Threadripper CPU right now, so to give you an idea of the performance. And I'm running at... what resolution am I running at exactly here? I am running at... Diddly-diddly-dee. What the hell is the resolution on this screen? Seriously, where's the resolution number? Oh, there it is. 3615 by 2038. So, not quite 4K, but somewhere close. I'm actually running in windowed mode because it just makes it easy to stream that way, because Java gets a bit squirrely with full screen, borderless, or full screen. Which is why it's not an exact 4K resolution there, because of the windowed. Oink! Thank you. Man, look at the view from up here. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Skokid. Respect, chicken! Nom. Yeah, it is a bit bright. I did fiddle with some options in the shader pack, and I couldn't quite get it to go a little bit darker. And the thing with this particular shader is it automatically adjusts exposure. So if I look, let me see if I can find an example. I'll have to go inside the shading sample. I'll show you in a second. But meanwhile, we have to go get a, what are we doing for, hang on a sec. Grave. No, not grave. This one. Zombie head. We need a zombie head.
Shaders look good.
Shaders do look good. Also need a bone block, because I don't think CDL Extreme has a gravesite yet, do you? So I'm going to need a bone block to put that thing on. And while I'm at it, I also need to get a emerald block for the very, very generous Extreme Game dinner there. Did I leave a crafting table around here somewhere? I didn't, did I? I have to go all the way back. Wait. No, can't do a bone block like that, can I? I have to do 9. Remember when you couldn't use... Yeah. We had to pillar up on the old grave sites. Oh, here we go. The tunnel might provide a good... See how dark the tunnel is? And we stand in the tunnel. Brightens up slightly. As if your eyes are adjusting. And then everything in the outside world is... Oh, it's so bright! It's so bright! Oh, it comes back down to normal. But it doesn't come down quite far enough for my taste. One of the issues I have with almost every shader out there, including this one, is sand is too bright. There are very few shaders I've found that both have a nice natural color of light, so it's not super duper orange and horrible, and also have sand that isn't overexposed, no matter what I do. I don't know why that is. Just very, very little bugbear. Okay, let's get you a bone block, like so. But we'll persevere. What about in your shulker box? Oh yeah. Should have some in the adventure box, shouldn't I? Oh well. Sorry, just looking at the diamond block reflections. The actual reflections of what's behind me, by the way. Not faked reflections like you get in every other shader. These are proper reflections. Oh, we can even see me. On that side so much, on the dark side. There we go. I've got entity reflections turned on as well. So, let's see. Here we go. You can kind of see. There's an example. Let's see the reflections. What am I doing? I'm getting all distracted by the cool stuff. Let's go. Another bone block. So let's put you here. Let's put you here. So let's get you a bone block as a stand-in. Something to put the face on, like so. Like that. And I've just realized I need some dye for the sign as well. Always forget the dye. So, grab this. Pop that. And we have our... I'm already in caps lock. RIP, and correct spelling of the name is CDL Extreme. CDL Extreme. Like so. Give you a splashy die. Boom! Make it pop! Thank you. Ooh, the bone block has a wonderful bump map too. Look at that. Nice. Assume you get light around you when you hold a torch. No, that is actually broken at the moment. It works in some other shader packs I've tried this morning, but in this ray tracing pack, it doesn't work for some reason. Again, this texture, the ray tracing texture pack, ray tracing shader, sorry, is designed for 1.12, so I'm expecting a few things to be broken. And so far, that's the most obvious one. The handheld lights don't cast light. But as far as problems are concerned. Right, what am I looking for? I'm looking for Extreme Game Dinner. Where did you... You're over here, aren't you? This is you? There you are. Boink. Thank you very much. And no room for Respect Chicken, but... You ruined your Tower of Ultimate Pimps, though. There's too many blocks now. Oh, forgot an A. Whoops, it easy. Let's go back to that. I'm going to need another piece of dye if I'm going to fix that. Got to get the spelling right at least. Zoop. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, let's try again. Rest in pepperonis. CDL Extreme. Is that how you say it? EAME? EAME, yeah. I was going to say, why doesn't that look as bright? But I realized the sun's position has moved in ray tracing. Jack, how you doing? We need to put the scaffolding back. I wish that flowing water had some colour to it. That's what I wish at the moment. Just a little bit of colour so it's easy to see. Oh yeah. I've got emissive lapis blocks on at the moment, so lapis actually throws colour, throws light. Zoop. Your mic is muted? No, it isn't. Does anyone still fall for that? Does any streamer out there ever fall for that? What the? I think there's a zombie in there. How did he manage that, I wonder? Oh, did I add too many letters now? God damn it. I'm dyslexic today. I guess he just walked in. I forgot I had the pads on the outside as well. Ooh, look at the soul sand bump mapping. It's rad too. Right, let's have another third try at fixing that grave, shall we? Man, making some good P-word today, aren't we? Getting nothing done. Sorry about that, my headphones battery died. She must have some sort of fold. Yeah, I can't stand having foldback. All I need to do is check whether my mic is muted, is glance sideways slightly at my volume levels. It's not as if that's a huge gotcha. Oh no! I made him look sideways! Ha ha ha! Gotcha! You moved your eyes slightly! Ha ha! Take that, neck muscles! Rice and pepperonis. Let's try this again. C, D, L, X, T, R, E, A, M, E, X, T, I, E, A, M, E. X, T, I, E, A, M, E. Yeah, that's right. Right? Don't tell me I spelled it wrong a third time. If I got it wrong again, I'm not changing it. That's just your name from now on. I expect you to change your Twitch username if I got it wrong again. Guessing I no longer have my grave set. I have to fix that next week. Really? What do you mean? Oh, you mean you haven't donated a Minecraft stream since like last world? In which case, no. We leave the graves behind when we start a new world for a fresh start. I love the way these stairs look. The bump mapping. Love it. Right, now, can we actually start? I wonder. Can we actually get something done? And frame rate just tanks over here. Just going through that door. Alright, I just like looking at the light mixing. You know, look at the blending on the floor. Let me think. Alright, I am okay for iron. Oh man, all the textures look different again. I have to get used to that. We should go to the iron farm and see how much I didn't actually check how much iron I gathered while I was AFK anyway, so let's do that. We what I mean? Don't get paid till Tuesday. No worries.
Hi, I'm Mr. Booby Buyer. I'll buy those boobies for 25 schmeckles.
Haha, I'm on my way back anyway. Nope. It's on my way to the iron farm anyway. No. You didn't divert me. Much. Is that glowstone, lapis, and redstone? Yep. You can actually turn off the lapis emission if you'd like. That's one of the settings in the ray tracing shader. But of course, redstone and glowstone are supposed to emit light, so that's on by default. But yeah, I like making lapis emit light because it means I can, you know, when I'm testing the pack, it's another light source I can mix in, another color of light I can mix in with stuff. What the? What? That was weird. I got caught up on my way out before. Not enough. Come on. Stupid scaffolding. Ooh, that's overexposed. Okay. No, it's not. Thank you. Oh, wait. Be careful which way you dig down. Why does everything sometimes go wavy? If you're talking about that over there... there we go, just on the edge here. There's a water stream going down the middle there. Without the shader on, the water obviously looks nice and blue, so it's obvious. But with the shader on, or with this shader on, it makes the water look clear, like actual water. That also gives us a wavy effect, which is good on the surface, but not so much on the edges. It's just a limitation of how Minecraft works. Lucas, thank you for the host. Some shader packs even have the leaves go wavy to make it look like they're fluttering in the breeze, and the grass and crops and stuff as well. I don't usually like that, because the wavy effect is pretty much the same one they use for water, and it just makes the trees look like they're made out of gelatin or something. It looks weird. The grass waving often looks okay. What are those things you just built? Scaffolding blocks. New in 1.14. Oh, and I took them with me, apparently. They're made from bamboo, which is a new growable crop. Farmable crop thing. And their advantage is you can stack them up just by clicking on the one block instead of having to pillar up. You can climb up and down inside them. And like sand and gravel and gravity blocks and stuff, you can just take it all down again like that. So it makes lots of different building tasks where you used to have to scaffold around and build pillars and stuff. Makes it much easier and faster, more convenient. It's one of my favorite new additions. Ooh. Is that a different... I found a shiny squid. Where's my Pokeballs? Shiny squid hype. Sorry, I'm just marveling at the lights reflecting in the water there. I don't know quite right, but close enough. That lava's a bit bright as well, I think. Oh, not bad. It was only about 2 hours worth. Ooh, that water looks weird through the windows too, doesn't it? That's a tentacle, yeah. I wonder if other mobs have variants in this particular... Because I'm not using the texture pack I normally use at the moment. Like I said before, for those of you who missed it, I'm using a vanilla improved texture pack, which is supposed to look exactly like vanilla, but in a 64 resolution and with bump mapping. Which looks cool in texture packs, shader packs, sorry. Thank you for the host, T-Dog. I need to head off getting my... No, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better soon, Skullkid. Thank you, as always, for your company and support. And, yeah, I hope it passes quickly. Yeah, I have better leaves turned on as well. Not turned on, but applied, I should say. I just like the way they make the trees look a little bit softer. Instead of being all chunky, they're just a little more natural. Tell you what, I can feel the performance hit though. I mean, Minecraft isn't so vital. It's around at 60. 30 is tolerable, but I'm below 30 at the moment. Oof. Most of that's just because of the resolution I'm running in. Damn, I've done look good though. Actually, let's have a look here. I suppose we could turn down the shadow distance a bit, try and get the performance boosted a little bit. Oh wait, 80 is the lowest? Okay. Variable penumbra shadows. That might cost us a bit of performance, actually. I'll turn that off and see what happens. Yeah, doesn't really help much, if at all. Turn it back on because it looks better. Yeah, I don't even have full ray trace on at the moment for reflections. I do have screen space. That's probably costing me a fair amount of performance, actually. Allows for surfaces in screen space to show up in reflections when otherwise mobs, grass, etc. Yeah, that's how come I can see myself in the reflections. I'll turn that off. Not so important. I'm going to leave this on, though, if I can. Indirect shadows are cool. Yeah, so you can turn redstone glow on and off, and lapis glow on and off if you want to. I wonder if this hurts me much. Probably not going to be underground much today, so let's turn that off. Please don't crash, please don't crash. We have that set correctly. Physically based max roughness. If disabled, materials that are 100% rough will have 0 specular highlights. If enabled, 100% rough materials to show some. Yeah, we'll leave that on. Wait, what was that last one? And calls slow down if full ray trace reflections is on. Okay, so that might be it, because we do have full ray trace reflections, but this is on. That might be my performance hit there. Turn that off. A little bit better. About the same though, isn't it? Yeah, somehow I don't think the graphics is what held me back. I think the CPU might be choking out a little bit. Some of this stuff. Surface. Post. Tone mapping, motion blur off, block depth, exposure. I can turn the exposure down a little bit. See if we can get rid of that overexposure kind of deal we're dealing with. Blue might be a bit of a issue as well, but let's try this. Can we go below 1? Here we can. Let's try 0.6. Let's go to the sand. There we go. Sand looks much better now. Although the sun is setting, so let's make it daylight again and see if that helps us overall. Actually, let's go in here and see how dark it is. Ooh. That's cool at sunset. Hey teammate, recasting his own current now. Kind of. I'm using the PTGI version 6, which is the current one, but that's designed for 1.12. I'm actually running it at 1.14.2 right now because there is a experimental build of Optifine for this version of Minecraft now. We're in the 7th sort of experimental version of it. Seems working mostly fine. The only real exception is handheld lighting doesn't cast light at the moment. It does when you put it down. That operates properly as it should in this pack, but it doesn't cast light when you're just carrying it, which is the only real bug I've found so far. Coolsies. Now, let's see if that sand is still... Oh, we have to wait till the sun to come up properly now. An exact opposite problem. Handheld lighting supposed to cast light? Yeah, in a lot of shader packs it does. Oh, in fact, no, not even shader packs. I think it's a Optifine option by default, isn't it? It's not built into the shaders necessarily. Details? Some colors. No. Dynamic fit of equality. Custom. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Performance. What does smart animations do again? Smart animations game will only animate the textures which are currently visible on the screen, which reduces tick lag. Oh yeah, we should turn that on. Especially for... Well, it might cause some weirdness in the ray tracing. Who knows? That might save us a few FPSs though. Other... I'm sure it's in here somewhere, right? Oh, well, there it is. No, wait. Hold hand light. Drop the shader pack. Hold hand light. Hold hand light shader packs with only recognized light emitting items in the main hand. I think for this pack we need that on default. I forget what these... Because these ray tracing shaders have very particular settings I need to work with. We could try it. Didn't crash at least. I have to go underground to see if this works. Nope. Video settings. Wait, where was it again? Shaders. Oh shit, that was the wrong button. Don't crash, please don't crash, please don't crash. Hold on, controls fixed lighting applied by vanilla to the block sides. Yeah, we need that turned off. Nope, still not working. Okay, so there's not much we can do about that. Put that back to default. It is in Optifine on the main page, dynamic lighting. What, dynamic lights? Is that what you off? No dynamic lights, fast dynamic lights. Fancy dynamic lights, updated in real time, enables light emitting items. Ah, there we go. Fancy. Nope, still not working. I don't think. Let's go deeper. Get away from that sunlight. Oh yeah, I've got the blocks down here as well. Yeah, no, it's definitely not working. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do to fix that at this point. Get the emissive textures on. I don't think you're allowed to have natural textures turned on with this shader. I think that is one of the things that crashes it. The MooBot command for texture pack is not correct at the moment because I'm using shaders today. I wanted to use a texture pack that has... sorry, a resource pack that has bump mapping. So I'm using default improved 1.13 version 1.12. Because that gives us a little bit extra texture, which looks good with shaders. As you can see there on the bricks, they look just a little bit 3D. And the side of the grass block there looks a little bit 3D. That's the bump mapping. Don't have a link, no, but if you search for the thing I just showed you, you find it. It should be on Curse. Right, so what am I actually going to get doing today? Let's put the iron away. That was the whole thing before I got distracted again. And stash some of these. Video settings, dynamic light, it's on the left, about halfway down. Yeah. The other thing I like about these shader packs is this connected texture stuff. Makes the sides of the mountains look much nicer. All that green grass over there. Oh yeah, I forgot. This all reflects as well. Actually, I'm going to turn... Today's all just going to be messing around with this, I know it. Shaders, shader options. Where was it? Turn that back on because that didn't give us much FPS back anyway. Can I see myself in this? No, I can see my shadow, but not myself. I don't even see the item I'm holding. Oh well. What's this for the grass box? As I said, that's part of the shader. Ooh! It's dark in here. And that lighting looks a bit weird. That's not right. Looks cool though. I see myself on this side without the sun. Nope. Oh man, this is spooky. Oh, that's another thing built into Optifine directly, is it? Not the shader itself, yeah. Better grass, yeah. It does the same thing with snow as well. And I think it also does glass. Oh yeah, I haven't seen a blaze with this pack yet. Wonder how bright they are. So bright. Mycelium, thank you. Yeah, that was one of the other ones. We're still working on the blaze farm. That's what we're doing right now, actually. Got to expand it a bit because path tracing still isn't working. Oh my god. Blackness. That looks dramatic, doesn't it? Oh, look at the lava! Dude. Okay, this might be a bit tricky in the dark. Oh. They're not glowing at all. Oh, there they go. I wonder if it's the glass. Oh yeah, it is the glass. Look, you can see him glowing past the glass. Where did I leave? There we go. Let's just block that up so we can work in peace. Oh, there we go. Exposure's starting to adjust now. I took away all my stairs. Did I bring any... Oh! Never mind. I was about to say, did I bring any scaffolding to make this easier on myself, but too late. Zerp. Yeah, so the idea is we carved all of this out in the hope that they would pathfind towards the only blocks in range of them. And they're not really doing that. Although, have they started to do it now? Or is that just coincidence? No. So yeah, I think we need to go out even further. Have you seen the blinding room trick? Can be done in normal vanilla Minecraft. No idea what you mean by that, no. Actually, we might leave this alone for now. This is going to be very difficult to look at on stream, isn't it? I don't know. Really should have done this top down as well. Do you know, thank you very much for the 5 bits. Appreciate it. Goddamn efficiency axe. I only hit lava pockets like 3 times while doing this as well. And each lava pocket was only inside 1 block of lava. It was remarkably remarkably safe to dig this out so far. Famous last words. Almost died to a blazes while I was getting that glass finished as well.
I'll buy those boobies for 25 schmeckles.
Okay.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles heroes.
Turtle in a half shell.
Turtle power. They're the world's most fearsome fighting team. We're really hip. They're heroes in a half shell and they're green.
Wait. When did I pick up all the zombie heads? Why have I got almost a stack of zombie heads? Oh, I must have taken the whole stack out when I got the graveyard, right? Oops. Yeah, what is the blinding room trick? Still have the Bacon Pancake song? No. Unfortunately, that started to trigger YouTube's copyright stuff because of the song it sampled. Not the Bacon Pancake sings, but the New York, New York bit. I forget who did that. But yeah, that started to trigger... I really need to fix this up. That started to trigger the copyright thing on YouTube. So I had to stop using it. So the replays. Which made me sad, because we all loved it so much. I'm planning on redoing all the current sound effects though. They've been the same for long enough. It's time for a change. Might redo the alert animation thing as well. I only recently redid that. And it looks fancy and everything. Looks super clean and it fits with the theme and everything, but I feel like a wackier GIF-based thing is more fun and might encourage more frequency. I don't know. Is it too professional? Too clean? Maybe I can combine both. So you get a 5x5 cube, cover the wall on item frames, and using a map, cover the flat zone with snow, so the map is pure white, cover the walls in the map, and you get a room with no walls, roof, anything, just so confusing. Oh yeah, I have seen that done. Yeah. I think one of the hermits did it to somebody. Quite some time ago, actually. Yeah, this happened a couple of times when I was setting up. See how everything looks weird and green? That's the other glitch I've found so far with this shader pack. Let's just go somewhere safe so I can fix this. Whoops. Yeah, that weird color cast. Don't know why it does that, but the way to fix it, video settings, shaders, is you basically toggle this just back and forth from something else. There we go. No green anymore. Excuse me. Oh, we should probably sleep before we get ourselves in trouble. Green? Yeah, it's probably green. Seems like a thing he would do. What the hell would a texture resolution of 4 look like? There are some about. Usually like super duper flat cartoony ones. Or just gimmick ones. But yeah, if you Google for it, you can find them. I've even seen texture resolution of 1 before, where each side of the block is literally just one flat pixel color. Alright, we need a lappy block for Paul Men and Numbers. Let's grab scaffolding. Lappy block. Return these while we're here. Zoop. Alright, Extreme Game DNA. Riffraff. Jamets. Where did I put Paul? Many numbers. Skull Kid there. Nero. Tran. Wait. You have done it before, I know it. Where's your grave? Aren't there more blocks than there are RGB colors? Nope. It's just like 16 million colors this game can show you on the palette. There you are. Bloody hell. Right here the whole time. Don't need scaffolding after all. Boink. Thank you. I'm not doing well today with noticing things, am I? I meant distinguished by RGB colors? Well, it depends on your eyes. Still the same donation amounts for the color box? Yeah. Don't think we changed them since the old world. Yeah, it looks the same to me. In fact, I think it's the same graphic we used to use. Hang on a sec. All these vines are even a little bit texture bump mapped as well. They're just sitting just free of the surface there. And little shadows underneath. Nice. And the shadow even moves properly. We have got nothing done today so far. It's ridiculous. Why are you looking wet? Is it about the rain? Or is that just a weird glitch? Why are these blocks wet? Why are you wet? Right, let's see here. Might be time to think about the layout of the village, actually. I've gone back and forth. Well, we should close that gate. I've gone back and forth on this a couple of times. I'm not sure whether I want to build a big mega structure or a bunch of little village houses. We could do both. We could do village houses down on this part here and way in the back just do a big mega structure. Might do that actually. Decisions. It's time to make one. I've gone back and forth on this so many times. It's starting to drive me nuts. Yeah, I think a few small village houses down here and then a big mega structure that starts kind of here-ish. So let's get some foundation blocks and start thinking about how we want to do this. Not sure what that noise is supposed to be. No town on stilts. I don't want a town on stilts. Alright, so I'm thinking... Let's use a shovel to kind of mark out a path here. Yeah, so if we come kind of out from here a bit. Kind of do... Actually, yeah, instead of using blocks, let's just do this. We'll just sort of mark out a big long structure here, like a big pub or something. Anyone hype for Astral Chain? I don't know if hyped is the right word. I'm eager to see it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 on that side. I know Ali's pretty hyped for it. I can't get over these pump maps. So good. Alright, so yeah, I'll turn that into a little pub. We'll put a bar at the back and a bunch of seats and stuff inside. And split the path kind of there-ish. I don't want to start this at the same level necessarily, so let's go about there. Does a path block adjacent to a grass block 1 level down have a grass side? What? Does a path block adjacent to a grass block 1 level down have a... I have no idea what you mean by that. I can't do that geometry. Path block adjacent to a grass block 1 level down. Path block adjacent to a grass block 1 level down. Is that what you mean? This? I honestly don't know what you're asking. Yeah, let's do kind of a little guy here. And kind of bring path out from there. We do a path down the side. This little sideways guy there right next door. Like that. Might leave that area open. That way we can have some windows in the back of the pub or something to look out on the little flower garden there. And we'll split that down there as well. Long bit of path so we get a nice clear view through the middle there. Hide this guy behind the tree slightly. That seems about okay. Getting weird plasticky reflections again. Yeah, we'll make this one a big building too. That. Path off down here as well. Do a narrow door there. Like a bit of a cramped village. Well, yeah. It's going to be dense. The last village I made is pretty spaced out. This one's going to be pretty dense. You got to remember too, these outside circumferences aren't the actual walls. The buildings themselves are going to look remarkably small because we're going to have a little veranda around each one of them. So this... Actually, we might even have to go bigger. We might have underestimated things a little bit here. Oh, it's just a general layout, just so I can get an idea. We can always adjust stuff. Does grass usually shine? Nope. I'm actually surprised the grass doesn't have a little bump map on it as well. I think the gravel over here is shiny because it's right next to the water. As you can see the water reflection coming across it. Not sure whether that's intended or it's a glitch or it's supposed to make the gravel look saturated. Oh, jeez. Fuck. It's funny, I saw his reflection before I saw him. Alright. So I think about now, that'll be doing for the little buildings. Now we just sort of mark out the mega structure. Have a nice big space in the middle there, so it looks a bit open. Come back to about here, it should be fine. Thank you for the follow there. Sweaty. Followed, but no pop-up happened. It just happened. A bit delayed, obviously, but... yeah, having a bit of an issue with the pop-overs over the last couple of days. They weren't working for a little while at all yesterday, but... and they started working again. You ever check out the leaked Minecraft 3D shareware? Oh, you mean their April Fool's joke? Nah. I got the joke. I don't need to play it. Alright, let's not make this entirely big and square, by the way. Let's see if we can sort of zigzag it a bit. This might up being a bit like the kind of hotel we built in the last Java world. Villager hotel. That kind of idea. I'll leave that mountain alone. Hill, really. Let's be fair. Chicken! Yeah, let's come all the way through here. Out to there. Is it going to be too narrow if we do that? There we go. So from the front, I'm just going to project out here a bit. I might even put a sort of little garden to jut out here, but... yeah, I think we'll kind of stair-step this up, so we'll have multiple levels. We'll have 1 level, 2 level, 3 level. This sort of multi-level... I don't even know what to call it. It's not quite a castle. Not quite an independent village. Condo? A condominium complex, something like that? I don't know. That shape, the spacing feels pretty good. I think we might have to adjust some of this with those verandas in mind, but that spacing over there feels pretty good. That was a weird little lighting glitch. Zerp, zerp, zerp. It's a level thing. Huh. Kooky! Barracks. I mean, the whole idea is to make this defensible from the village, from the raids. So yeah, barracks might be a good name. Didn't need these after all. So need some oak. Need some stripped birch. Wait, what materials am I using again? It's birch, isn't it? Yeah. think we're using spruce for the platforms. Oh, it's spruce we're using for the thing, isn't it? Right? I've forgotten exactly what materials I chose. It was spruce. See? Dark oak on dark oak. We did dark oak in the last world. I'm trying to restrict my use of dark oak this time. Used it a lot in the last one. Yesterday I saw a group of comments trying to figure out if it was Christmas yesterday because, you know, time zones. What? Jesus Christ. I hope they weren't serious. Dark oak and stone bricks are just awesome looking rocks. They are. But like I said, every world I build I try and do something different, so. Oh, that's an odd. Oh, that's not a glitch. It's actually part of the texture, I think. You got little score marks, little tooling marks from where the log was cut, I suppose. Thought there was a glitch at first, but no. Alright. So let's do 2 there to make us level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seems about right. Yeah, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or yeah, I think burying it might be the good idea. You can still see the edge of it if we keep the path block there as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You right there, dude? You're fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably quarter that one. Like so. Oh! Everybody listen up for the garbage truck! I've just noticed, is the stream actually running okay? I've just realized that the stress of running the shader here is dropping a lot of frames. 7.2% of frames have been dropped in the last hour. And 0.3% of frames dropped due to encoding lag versus rendering lag. Looks good? Alright. Wonder if the recording's going to look messed up. Then again, our frame rate is barely 30 at times, so even if we do drop frames you probably won't notice because we are going out at 60 frames a second. Which is what I can normally run games at. So yeah, I guess most of the drop frames are just disappearing in the already low frame rate. That's fine. If I was smart, I would have set up the stream to run at 30 frames a second today. Just switch to that preset. But I forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, have I switched to going on the inside instead of the outside here? What have I done? I was on the inside over there, why? Inside, 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 inside. Right, yeah, I'm just getting myself all confused here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Won't see that, but it's good to keep my spacing in mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right in the corner there already. 1, 2. We could probably skip all the way through there without any problems. And we'll start going up again on this one, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll skip that gap. Oh, excuse me. 2, 3, 4. keep going down there, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 to the corner. Alright, that's reasonably even. Shouldn't look too bad at a glance. Let's go take a nap. How do you use OBS? I use OBS. OBS is best. Studio Classic? No, just pure RBS. Unadulterated OBS. I have no idea why anyone in their right mind would use Streamlabs OBS when it's constantly behind. By its very nature, it lacks features. Whenever they're introduced to regular OBS, it takes them weeks, sometimes months, to add that feature back into their version. I mean, yeah, you get the stupid gimmicks of the face masks and the pre-built overlays, but if you know what you're doing, you build your own fucking overlays. And that face mask thing is just a gimmick for idiots with audiences of 12-year-olds. Which, my audience is a little bit better than that, I like to think. Don't you guys like to think of yourselves as better than, look, there's a funny hat. Googly eyes. Fuck off. I'd like to think you guys are above that. I mean, it's not as if we're highbrow here, but come on. Those are the slabs, okay. Only slightly is enough. Only slightly is enough. Do. Gonna lie, there are sometimes. I mean, we make fart jokes here. I'm just saying. As far as gimmicks to get you guys to give me money, basically, I think that face mask thing is ridiculously juvenile. Absolutely ridiculous. And, you know, outside of those kind of features, why the hell would I use Streamlabs OBS? Literally no reason. Spelunky already has googly eyes. Fuck you. My eyes aren't googly. It's just me. Ray. Oh, Ray got a migraine. She had to peace out for a while. Hopefully it doesn't last and she gets to come back, but... yeah, many sympathies. I've only ever had a full-blown migraine a few times. And they are deeply, deeply, deeply unpleasant. And I have the greatest amount of sympathy for people who get them on a regular basis. Nope. Damn it. Stop. Get up. Right. Now we have to figure out how we want to do this level disparity. Just do that for now. Actually, no. Do this. Oh. I am all out of spruce slabs. this is the PTGI ray tracing shader. Designed for 1.12, not even supposed to work in 1.14 really, but it is. We're currently running the experimental version of Optifine 1.14.2. And things seem to be working for the most part. We get the occasional glitch where everything takes on a shade of green, and we have to kind of change the texture resolution to fix that. And there is no emissive light from torches when you handhold them either. That's another bug. On the corner here you get no lighting until we put it down. But so far everything else seems to be working pretty much as it should, which is kind of incredible. What am I doing here? I'm also running a vanilla improved texture pack, so it's a 64 resolution vanilla texture pack, but with bump mapping. So certain items have just a bit of texture to them in the right light. Streamlabs gives you access to all the alerts. So you can do alerts without Streamlabs. Like my alerts that you see here are Streamlabs alerts. You just add them as a source in regular OBS. You don't need Streamlabs OBS for alerts. Actually, like labels begin a separate program. What? Needs to be 256 with bump mapping. Why? I think going forward for these Minecraft streams, if we continue to use this shader in particular, I might actually move this save file over to the other PC so it can run run Minecraft on a completely separate rig. So then we can... Actually, you know what? That mini ITX rig I'm going to build is going to be running on an i9-9900K, and it's going to have a 2060 in it. That should be able to handle this alrighty. I don't know, should we try doing this? Yeah, that'll look fine. Did you move again? No. Did rearrange my setup though, yeah. Man, it has been a while since you've been here, hasn't it? I did this months ago. Months and months. Got Intel, got schooled at latest CS. Well, I don't know about schooled, but AMD is certainly putting up a big threat. What do you call a threat display? Those new 3rd gen Ryzen 2 chips are looking to be beefy. Especially if they can finally at least catch up to Intel on per core performance. Because multitasking heavy stuff on AMD right now is sweet as. One of the things I like about the Threadripper I'm running on right now. But single core performance has still been trailing, which is why games run better on Intel. Because a lot of games really need strong single core performance for a lot of stuff they do. Still. Slowly changing, but... Point is though, if AMD is finally catching up to single core performance, then even more people are going to be switching to Team Red, or at least choosing them for the next build, because the value proposition is still incredible. I'm still pretty friggin' chuffed that my next build is going to be an i9-9900K though, because that thing is just monstrous. Sadly, I got my sample of it from Intel. Thank you very much, Intel, by the way. Basically, about a week and a half before they announced the new version of the 9900K S, which has all cores turboed up to 5 gig. I was like, ah, I don't have the most powerful i9 anymore. Ooh. Still though, it is going to be significantly more powerful than the current ITX rig I run games on separately when I need to for streams. And that's running a Ryzen 5 2700, which is still a monster of a CPU. Wonderful, 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 but the i9 is significantly more powerful. And yeah, excuse me, where is it? There we go. Just had this arrive on Thursday. A Gigabyte GeForce WindForce OC 6 gig RTX 2060 card. I needed one of the short ones because the case I'm going to be building in is an ITX case. So, and I wanted to leave room for a water cooling reservoir. The case I'm using will fit a full-size GPU in it, but again, wanted to make sure I had room for a decently sized reservoir because water cooling that i9, if I want to overclock it, we want to take it seriously. Know what I mean?
People turn up the bass.
I kind of wish they'd made the obsidian a glassy texture like real obsidian. Some texture packs do that. I actually haven't looked at the obsidian. Oh no, I guess we had the portal. But yeah, I've seen glassy obsidian in some texture packs. No, not this one. This one's kind of muted. I think the 1.12 texture pack I was using to first demo the ray tracing thing, where it made the iron look all reflective and shiny metal as well. I think that had shiny obsidian in it, or glassy obsidian. Don't remember. Not to mention it helped with airflow. Yeah. Oh, actually, I think the case I'm building in has actually been announced now, so I can actually tell you about it. Hang on a sec. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure they announced it at CES. Let's see here. Not CES, sorry, Computex. No. All right, I forgot the. Oh, yes, they have. Okay, cool. Let me see if I can find a good link for you. D. Is. All right, coming into the chat is a link to the case I've been talking about, but haven't been able to tell you about because of NDAs. I don't have it yet. It should be coming to me early to mid-June, I think they said, and it's releasing, into the stores in early July, I think. So they're sending it to you early, so I get a chance to do a build in it, so I have a chance to do a video on it on time. Yeah, it's really, really quite nice. I've built before in the H series. I've had a H400 and a H500i. From the previous series of those that family of cases, but haven't built into the ITX versions, and that's the new ITX version they've got there, which is just such a pretty case, so clean and elegant. They're also sending me one of their new H500i's, the full-size ATX version of that class of case, which I'll be moving my main machine into, because it's just beautiful. I don't know what colour they're sending me, yeah. I'm hoping for the white one, because I want to do white and purple again. But the black and red looks pretty badass too. But Black and red's kind of been done to death. But yeah, the matte black is super stealth. I want the matte white though. I want to go white and purple. Gonna have a custom water loop in it and everything. Which I'm still deciding on parts lists for. So there's a bunch of new stuff in the water cooling announced at Computex. Zoop. Yeah, that size feels pretty good, right? Giggity. Wait, what have I done here? Oh, okay. Just haven't done this bit yet. Coolsies. Help, I'm trapped. Is it possible to get out of the nether if you forget to bring flint and steel? And a ghast happens on your portal. Yeah. Kind of. You can die, you can... The ghast can reignite the portal under the right conditions. If you're really careful about how everything's positioned, or you get the ghast to fire at a piece of wood that you've put next to the portal. Yeah, it depends on a lot of different things. Usually, though, your best bet is just to die. And hope to get back before your shit disappears. And a lot of these buildings up here are going to be pretty small, aren't they? Maybe we'll just leave this as an open veranda part and build the actual buildings on the big chunky part. We'll put little table and chairs and shit here. Hope fire tick isn't turned off, yeah. That case looks nice. It's really affordable. Yeah, that's one of the things I like about those NZXT cases. They're not super ridiculously expensive, but they look super classy. They're also really nice to build in. Like I said, I've built in a couple of those cases so far from previous versions of that series. The H400 and the H500i. The I just indicates that it comes with RGB lighting, by the way. It comes with a little lighting controller for NZXT's own lighting control system. And yeah, they were both really nice to build in. Cable management, absolute breeze, lots of access. They have a little framework that you can pull completely out for mounting a radiator on, and then just clip it in back into the case. So water cooling is really sort of simple to do, especially with all-in-ones. And yeah, the way they mount the glass in the front of the cases on the new ones, it just sort of clips in. It's really elegant. No more ugly screws at the corners and things like that. It's beautiful. But yeah, cable management is the best I've ever done, best I've ever experienced in a build. There's so much routing and space and, yeah, beautifully easy. Which takes some of the fun out, you know. Less challenge of cable management because you got so much room to move. And ways to hide cables and things like that. And routing spots and tie downs and... Still. Probably take out the controller user built-in aura sliding. Yeah, I mean, they do two versions of those cases. There's the regular version and the I version. So if you don't want NZXT's lighting, you just buy the non-I version. It's exactly the same case, except it doesn't come with a lighting controller and doesn't come with a RGB strip. Some cases come with two strips, top and bottom. Some comes with just one up the top. But yeah, the non-I version comes without any RGB stuff. If you want to do it all on your own, and you'll save a few bucks that way as well. Probably getting some kind of NZXT taste from a type of Manix. Yeah, I'm becoming a big fan of them. But yeah, the plan is, like I said, we're going to do a project build in the H200i, H210i, sorry. And my plan is to do that big i9 rig with the RTX 2060 in there. Do a pretty serious custom water cooling solution and overclock it. And the kind of brief I gave them when they came to me, asked what I wanted to do with it. I said, well, how about we take advantage of the fact that this is one of the very few ITX cases on the face of the planet that you can do a very serious custom water cooling rig in and have room. Because most other ITX cases struggle to support a 240 radiator, if at all. This one, while bigger than a lot of cases, really lets you go ham. Those are oak planks. What I need is spruce. Oh, spruce. There we go. So all the textures look slightly different again because I've changed texture packs, so I keep losing stuff. I love that. I love this time of day right here, where these textures start really popping on these bricks. So good. Built my Corsair 540. Yeah, I love those cases too. Corsair Air 540. I had a in fact, I still got a 240 build. That's where my VR rig is sitting in at the moment. Never built in the 540, but yeah, I have good memories of building two different rigs actually in that 240 I've got. Wouldn't mind using this strip just on the controller. Yeah, I've heard iffy things about the stability of NZXT's RGB software. Hardware, no problem. The software apparently is a little bit flaky, or at least it has been. So, we'll see about that. But yeah, chances are I won't be using the software anyway, because I'll be using an Asus board, and their Aorus software is, in my experience so far, pretty easy and reliable. Quite nice to use, actually. But yeah, once I build the little system, like I said, the idea is to rehome my main system. I'll be doing a couple of little upgrades along the way. Mostly storage, I think. But then I'll have my secondary system and my main system sitting in the same family of case, using similar water cooling parts, matched up to a similar color scheme. So they look like big brother and little brother systems. It's going to be cute. And yeah, the RTX system I run at the moment, I think I'll relegate that to the VR rig. And because the VR rig and that rig are very, very similar as it stands anyway, but I like the case that I've got this one in better. Or I might actually water cool that as well while I'm at it. I don't know. Lots of ideas. Oopsie daisy. Excuse me. Thank you. You ghost block me. Try and get Minecraft shareware version right now. It's pretty fun. Yeah. It seemed like a wacky idea, but like I said, I watched a video on it and I went, yeah, you know what? I get the joke. I don't need to play it for myself. Yeah, watch those barrels. Not done too bad here. The other thing I'll be able to do a bit more reliably with running Minecraft here with shaders on the separate machine is control the resolution a bit better so I can get better performance. Because right now, the way Java works is it kind of takes its native resolution from your main monitor, but I've got it on the secondary monitor right now, which is actually a 1440p screen, but I can't get it to run at 1440p in windowed mode and do it correctly, and if I go full screen, all kinds of awkward stuff happens. And I'm trying to control the rest of the stream, so yeah. If I run Minecraft with shaders on the secondary machine, I'll just be able to run it at pure 1080, maybe 1440. And then full screen it so we get better performance out of Java. As, you know, we're barely scraping the bottom of 30 frames a second here. And I'm feeling it. I mean, Minecraft is okay at that kind of frame rate. But I feel it. When I'm streaming, I usually run it at 120 frames a second. Cap it out there. Because that's the refresh rate this monitor can easily support. Actually, it goes up to 165, but 120 is more than enough for Minecraft. And then I feed half of that to the stream, basically, so you get 60. So, not today, though. What do we say to the god of frame rates? Not today. That's a Game of Thrones reference. Sorry, just every now and again I gotta look around, because look how good this world looks with these shaders on. Love it. Just love it. Accurate shadows everywhere. It's just, ugh. Yeah, the skies are the things I like most in a lot of shaders too. Just the natural looking skies, but not too natural. So these still look, I mean, you get some shaders that have these massive volumetric clouds and everything. It just looks so weird, but this is just enough. We got the round sun back. We got a nice blue skybox that sort of fades naturally to the horizon as it gets hazier. And clouds that are, you know, flat-ish, but don't especially look out of place in Minecraft either. I'm still kind of bewildered that this shader pack works at all. It's not supposed to work. Yeah, what if we do this? Yeah, I think I like that. Hey, Nutty, how you doing? How's your weekend treating you? It's making me dizzy. Did you space a slab? Another one? Yeah, I've done that a couple of times. It doesn't matter. All this is underground anyway. None of this matters. Not even bother digging it back up. Actually, some of this matters right here, because at this point we're tall enough for mobs. So we must remember to come back through here and light this up properly. Not going to bother with it now, but must remember to do that. Although, if we let all the mobs spawn under there, they can't do any damage. And it'll suppress the mobs everywhere else around here, basically. Unless, of course, we get illagers spawning under there. That could be a problem. Maybe I'll just make an access door so I can go in there and clean them out. Yeah, creepers aren't going to be a problem unless they see you. Like, creepers can live... Like, if there was a creeper directly under me right now, he'd be happy. As soon as he makes eye contact with you, though, that's the danger zone time. Let's see here. What if we do... Yeah, we'll just staircase all the way up on that one, maybe, I think. How do we feel about that? Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty cool. It still leaves us with plenty of room up here for an actual building. And I think we step down maybe like that. That way we can match that up. Still have a step down here. Yeah. And an illager tick off a creeper. I have no idea. I don't think so. No other mob can trigger a creeper, not even a regular villager. So I can't see why not. Or why they would, actually. Yeah, we can do something with that. Feelsies. Nap time, though. Villager shoots a creeper. It chases it. Yeah, I don't know. I know a skeleton can shoot a creeper and it'll kill it, but I don't know if that creeper still is going to blow up. Either way, gotta go under there and light it up. Might even fill it up if it's a serious issue. Just throw a bunch of cobble under there. That might be the easiest solution, actually. Look at that beautiful light. Just lovely. I'm actually surprised this doesn't glow a little bit, because I do have lighting underneath these blocks. I've got glowstone underneath those blocks in the hopes that when I started using a shader, it would sort of have a little bit of an underglow. Some shaders do that. Even if the blocks are covered up, they'll still glow a little bit through the emissive texture. But not in this case, I guess. It's coffee time, not nap time. Yeah, I think I might make another coffee. I wonder how far... I got about 20 minutes to go before an actual break time. Yeah, pretty sure I'll make another coffee. I only have my adequate beans at the moment, though, not my good beans. Because I was too lazy to go to the shop last night. Gonna have to go to the shop tonight, though, because I'm out of food. I could always get Uber Eats, I suppose, but... We have had enough tip jars come in today, so I could justify a meal from Uber Eats. I have no beans. Oh no! Yeah, I've only legitimately run out of coffee once. Wasn't happy about it. Now let's actually go down on this level. Excuse me, right tool for the right job there, BluntNate. But I do have a small bag of coffee grounds, like pre-ground coffee, that I keep for emergencies if I run out of beans to grind. Or, I don't know, my grinder breaks or something. And I said this yesterday too, but I really should buy a new bag because the current bag of emergency grounds was open and has been open for a while. So I might buy a new small sealed bag so I have something slightly fresher just in case. Because I don't think those grounds would be very good by now. Giving up energy drinks, me too. I still have the occasional, very, very, very occasional zero carb, I think it's a Monster. Comes in a big white can. I will treat myself to one of those when I'm at the cinema, for example. But yeah, I'm pretty much off the energy drinks altogether now, and have been for months. Coffee has become my caffeine replacement, because it used to be that I would have energy drinks in the morning because I didn't like coffee. And that was how I got my little caffeine boost to get me up and running in the morning nice. Because as you guys know, I don't sleep properly, so I do need a bit of a kick every now and again to get the energy levels up. But yeah, now that I've actually just developed a taste for coffee, I don't need the energy drinks anymore. Out of planks again. Yeah, I haven't had, outside of the zero carb Monster, I've had like 2 or 3 times when I went to the cinema for various things over the past few months. Yeah, I haven't had any sugary drinks at all. Like, I'm basically sugar-free, except for whatever is included with some foods, and even then it's low amount because I'm still on the keto diet. The old no added sugar crap. What am I doing? I need to get back down here. Spruce and dark oak look so similar. Come on! Oh, what was up with that? What a sleep? I don't know. It's something that happens to other people. They kind of lay down and go unconscious for ages and ages and ages. You can draw on their face when they're like that, though. It's weird. I don't even notice. Oops, it easy. Yeah, let's bring that out just a little bit there, so we have a little kapow pow action happening there. Should we go all the way across? Yeah, I think we might. Mouse73, hello there. Hello, efficiency shovel. Forgot I had you. Bloody hell. Death to all grass. This is not a custom... Oh, well, I mean, it is a custom texture pack. It's not my custom texture pack. But... Okay, so there's a couple of things going on here that are affecting the look of this Minecraft world. Number one is I'm using a ray tracing shader, which bewilderingly is working in 1.14.2, for which there is an experimental test version of Optifine out at the moment, for which I'm running a 1.12 version of this special ray tracing texture pack that's in development right now. I'm also running a custom texture resource pack, which is called Vanilla Enhanced. Wait, what is it called again? Options, resource pack. It's called Default Improved, which is a 1.13 texture pack, but it has a 64 res texture, but also comes with bump mapping. So when we're running a shader, trying to get a good example here. Things like, there we go, cobblestone looks just a little bit bumpier. It looks a little bit 3D. Got some texture to it, as you can see there on this angle here. just real subtle, but it adds just a bit to how everything looks. But yeah, like I said, technically speaking, this ray tracing shader pack is not even supposed to work in 1.14. It was made for 1.12, and as many of us know, Minecraft changed a bunch of stuff in 1.13 as far as the lighting engine and everything went, so I'm kind of bewildered that this is still working. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. We'll have to see what we build around this before I decide on whether or not that looks good. That looks a bit more sensible. I don't know. We might extend this one out a bit. Oops, daisy. Maybe not this one. Yeah, kind of rethinking this entire little chunk here. Yeah, that'll do for now. Got to figure out what I want to build here before I decide if this is going to work for me. Alright, I think that's the basic platform done, except for a little villager hut here. Do we even get to him anymore? I need a trapdoor to get to him. Fishy, 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 fishy. Oh, it's that time of day. And the bump mapping looks really good on these bricks. Just shadow grow. Oh wow. You can even see the shadow from the texture on the glass. Look at that, those little lines. Thank you, ray tracing, for your accuracy. That's cool. Trapdoor, trapdoor, trapdoor. Alright, give it a couple of seconds. Come on. Come on. Come on. Just let me sleep. I think even the bed has a slight texture bump mapping to it, doesn't it? I can't tell if it's bump mapping or just the texture or just sort of a lighting glitch. That sheet looks a little bit textured though. Alright, yes, Moobot, I will take a break. But I need to find a good view to show people while I take a break. How about... There we go. That's kind of a nice view. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'll be grinding some beans and we'll have a chat while I do that and while the coffee brews and stuff, I guess. BRB in a minute or two, guys.